I'm Dale Welch. I'm the Putnam County historian, and I volunteer at the Monterey Depot Museum. We're standing now on what the modern folks call Crazy George's Bridge, but what the old people just call the overhead bridge. It's a new concrete bridge now. That's because some idiot several years ago took a stick of dynamite to it on Halloween night. But people say that Crazy George was once a guy who was hit by the railroad, but he still yet warns people with a lantern about impending danger, and said that if you pull your car up on it and turn it off, it won't start again, and if you throw your keys over on the railroad, somebody will throw it back. Well, I wouldn't really try that, but there is a real story about a fellow by the name of Norman Stamps back in the 19-teens. He was going to get married to his sweetheart just the next Friday night, but on the Saturday night before, they had a pie supper at the Woodcliff Baptist Church. Now, he was just a little bit tipsy during that time, and he bought the wrong girl's pie. Well, that didn't set too well with his fiance, and didn't set too well with that girl's boyfriend. But they ate the pie, and just not long after that, they left out. He took his sweetheart home, but he was wanting to go talk to Jerry Holloway about a couple of coon dog pups that were going to be born. He was wanting a couple of them. He was a big coon hunter. So off he went, but as he came down this way, he got a little bit more tipsy. And by the time he got here, Jerry Holloway saw what kind of condition he was in. Jerry was the night watchman, remember? He said, "Norman, you ain't going anywhere tonight, son. You're staying right here." No, my mommy will be worried about me if I don't get home. Plus, I won't get any good cooking after Friday night because I'm getting hitched. So off he went. The next morning, Sunday morning, before Jerry went home, well, it was his job to check down the cuts here to see if there was any fallen rock. So he was checking for rocks, and he found Norman's cap. Why, that crazy thing. He picked up the cap, and I'll give it back to him as soon as I see him next. Then he started walking down and found Norman's watch. And then he started finding parts of poor old Norman. He had been hit by the night train. So he went up to Bilbrey Station and got help, and they came down in a couple of little speeders with wagons on the back of them. They picked up what they could and headed on back. And by the time they got up to Woodcliff Baptist Church, they was having service there, and they stopped there and went in and told what had happened. Now, his fiance was there, and they said she jumped up and screamed and passed out on the floor. But in just a few weeks later, she was married to another fellow. They tried to do a little murder investigation, what happened, but nothing was ever solved. And Norman, and it's spelled N-A-R, Norman, not Norman, is buried in the Shady Grove Cemetery.